Hasta La Vista is brought to you by Green Hill Hostas.
Hello, and welcome to Hasta La Vista, the podcast where the shade is cool, the leaves are lush, and the friendship's perennial. We are your hosts. I'm Betsy Peterson.
And I'm Mandy Olson, two hobbyist sisters who love this plant as much as you do.
Join us each week as we dig into all things hosta, the plant affectionately known as the friendship plant. Today's episode is a little different from anything we've ever done before. About 9 months ago, I mailed a handwritten letter to hosta hybridizer Doug Ruff, creator of such famous hostas as Bloodline, Electric Fire, and Violet Blue, inviting him to join us for a traditional Zoom interview. Doug is known throughout the hosta world for his incredible introductions, but he's also a very private person who doesn't often seek the spotlight.
So imagine our surprise when Doug wrote back and essentially said, "Skip the Zoom, come see the plants."
Not just any time either. Doug suggested we wait until early June when the blushing in many of his hostas would be at its absolute peak. He wanted us to see these plants the way he sees them, growing in the garden, showing their best color, and revealing the traits that make them special.
So that's exactly what we did. Betsy made the trip to Doug's garden, accompanied by our friend Tanya Refshagi, recording secretary of the Minnesota Hosta Society and longtime friend of the pod, while I joined the adventure remotely through FaceTime.
The original plan was simple. We thought we'd settle onto Doug's enclosed porch and record a conversation after a quick tour of the grounds. Instead, Doug spent nearly 2 hours walking us through his property, sharing the stories behind his breeding program, introducing us to display gardens, breeder plants, greenhouses, and some of the mother plants that have helped shape today's hosta world.
Along the way, we got a rare look at what's happening behind the scenes. Doug showed us plants currently in tissue culture, selections that may be headed there next, and some exciting introductions that hosta lovers will be hearing more about in the years ahead.
Whether you've grown Doug's hostas for years or you're just discovering his work, this is a rare opportunity to hear directly from one of the most influential hybridizers working today, and to see the plants through his eyes.
One note, listeners, we do have some limitations on our audio medium, so if you're able, pull up the hostalibrary.org and have it at your fingertips as Doug mentions many hostas you may or may not be able to picture in your head. And if you can pronounce the one we all struggled with, write to us and let us know the phonetics of that name, please.
This is part 1 of our special visit with Doug Ruff. Enjoy.
Oh, let me see. Should we start back where we came from first?
Sure. How did you get started in this?
I started out with when I moved to this place, there was like one hosta, and that was ventricosa. So then it's like, oh man, this is a great plant. And then it's like, oh, there's more hostas. So I started buying those. And then it's like, my nature is to do it yourself with everything. Pick it apart, figure it out, and grow them myself. So eventually it's like, yeah, I'm not going to buy plants to fill this whole space. I'm going to make my own.
So when you bought the house and you saw the original ventricosa, that sparked it all for you?
Yep.
Wow. One plant sparked it all for you.
The only hosta that was here, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. But I love hearing everybody's origin story because they are all so very different.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be here that you had a beautiful setting on a lake and there was one plant that caught your eye.
I was like, I love this plant. I still love it. It's still my favorite plant.
That's amazing.
So they're not all mine, but some are mine. Probably majority. Like all these are seedlings, but that one's not. That's Victory.
Oh, wow. That's a huge one.
Those things get huge.
Yeah, they do. Wow.
So, but, some are duds, but in the right circumstance, it looks pretty good. And
So you used to hybridize kind of traditionally before you started getting into blushers.
yeah. So that's Ventricosa. I put those in last year because
Okay.
we repainted the garage and updated it, but it's kind of my tribute to my first plant.
Oh, I like
I don't know
that.
if you've grown Ventricosa.
I have not. Have you grown
I
it?
just got it.
Okay.
So no, I haven't either.
Well, I like the structures, the veins, the sheen,
Mm-hmm.
but probably the best part is the flower because it's a really deep purple bell flower.
Ooh.
And if you grow them in mass, it's really nice.
Oh, I bet
So-
that's really pretty.
But scientifically, it's very interesting too, right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the only natural tetraploid.
Oh, I guess
So-
I didn't know that. Okay.
It's also
Huh.
apomictic.
What does that mean?
That means it will be somewhat self-fertile. So if you grow seed from it, it's probably like 99% of them are going to be like clones.
Okay.
What I didn't realize is, and I tested it myself, it does need to be fertilized. So it'll make a clone internally, but it does need to be fertilized because a lot of people don't know this, that to make a viable seed, it needs 2 pollen grains.
Okay.
So it's creating the gamete, the DNA part internally, but the kernel needs an outsourced pollen, but that doesn't get passed on through the DNA.
Interesting.
So I put bags over it to test this. Like, is that true? Like I always do everything. I test everything out. Like, very skeptical of it.
Yeah.
I don't fall for concern,
Sure.
for conspiracy theories, but yeah, I tested it and basically it's like, yeah, that didn't set pods.
Huh.
So
So it has to have the pollen.
yep, but
But
that
it-
doesn't get passed on through the DNA.
So wonder what the purpose of it is then. Is it just to...
Well, you'd have to talk to evolution about that because hostas are millions of years old. It's much older than humans.
It reminds me almost of the Clausa
Yep.
species that has a very unique...
Yep.
The
I have
flowers
a-
don't open.
I have a massive
y-
batch in front that's, it's stoloniferous, right? So it just spreads like crazy.
Because it's spread through underground.
Yeah,
I don't know the terminology.
Stoloniferous.
A stoloniferous. Okay.
Those you have to
Okay.
be careful with. I mean, when you plant that, you make sure that you can control that.
Okay.
But it's got a beautiful flower.
Is that similar to how Lily of the Valley spreads too? Or is
Yeah,
that totally...
yeah.
It's the same
I've
thing?
got some Lily Valley. This bed was just full of Lily of the Valley, and that stuff will literally spread underneath the sidewalk.
Oh my gosh.
And I pulled it out, and it was like a carpet. I took it down to the local nursery and say, "Hey, do they have let's sprig in a pot for $5?" And then
Yeah. Well, it's
I
on the
take it down
invasive
there, and I got a whole
species list.
truckload in the pickup bed, and they go, "Nah, we don't want that."
Yeah, no. Let's keep the invasives out, right?
Yeah. Oh, I have my share.
Yeah, me too.
So let me see. This was a seedling I got early on from Beth Arnold. I believe she's probably come and gone, but Rob Mork will like it, so I sent a piece in to the lab. So it's a Dorothy Benedict seedling.
Yeah.
Dorothy
Chime in.
Benedict?
So, yeah, right, Mandy. So this one here, you said Rob likes. So you sent some into the lab, as in to be tissue cultured.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's the margin. Some years gets probably twice that size,
So-
but
Does it have a name?
it's just got a garden name. I was going to let Rob name it, so I just call it Big Dorothy because
So it's in TC right now?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
It currently has, it looks like a half to about an inch, but you said that doubles in size. Some
there's years where it's like twice that size.
Wow.
So
It's got
I
beautiful-
guess I generally don't try to put lookalikes out there because there's just
Sure.
way too many.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like this, but.
Yeah, there's
So,
a lot of plants that.
I was hesitant, but Rob really liked it. And I thought it was like, oh, it's Northern Halo, Eclipse of the Heart, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
but I guess because of the margin was so wide, and there's a lot of Dorothy Benedict fans.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gosh.
I've never been one to hybridize with Seboldianus. It's just because I know where it came from and what it does.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Seboldiana, that what we think of Seboldiana is not really true.
I know a little bit about this.
Bob and Mark went to Japan looking for what we think of Seboldiana, and they couldn't find it. And it's more like a quasi-Montana.
Okay.
I think the actually tissue culture one is Hakuna's souvenir or something like that.
Okay.
But it was one of the earlier plants that they had in Europe. So in early days, it's like they could only get so many. It's like Ventricosa, Seboldiana. So they didn't have much to work with. So in Europe, I don't know, it was probably like the 1800s. I believe this is my idea. I'm not sure, there's how much evidence there is of this, but I believe they crossed it to enhance the blue.
Okay.
But when you do something like that, you get a strain. And strains are good for some things, but strains are hard to break.
Okay.
So if you're breeding with something like elegans,
Yeah.
they all look the same.
Okay.
In fact, like Bill Nash used to go on and I don't know if Bill Nash is old, I don't know where he is today, but he said, I can take Seboldiana seedlings and they're almost like clones. So I'm just grow these out and give them to like landscapers. I could grow this, I know exactly what I'm going to get.
Okay.
So that's one reason I stay away from Seboldiana unless it's been diluted like 3 or 4 generations.
Okay.
So you can break the strain.
Wow.
Strains are good in some things, because,
Yeah.
like heirlooms, tomatoes and
Correct.
so forth. But if you want something different, it's hard to break.
Yeah.
But some people love that blue Seboldiana
Yep.
look, and it's like hundreds of these things that look very similar. I'm not going to do any blues. There's nothing new to be done with blues.
It's been done to death.
Yeah. Until blushing came along.
That's true. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Doug,
Anyways,
what I hear you saying is that you really like the idea of going into uncharted territory because of the
Exactly, yeah.
learning
Yep.
that you
Yep.
can do.
It's like I like to breed with Ventricosa because very few people have done it because of that apomictic. But some of the people have done it. It's like Mary Chastain and a few other people that have gotten crosses that look a little bit different and they're not clones. You work around the edges. So then you can pull those traits in and you can breed with them and they won't be identical. So the flowers, you just buy it just for the flower.
Yeah. Mandy, do you have any questions?
Oh, I'm just listening, soaking it in.
Okay. All right.
I think this is my first attempt at putting the yellow into a Ventricosa. So the mother was paintbrush. So paintbrush, if you believe the records, it's Undulata by Ventricosa. It's like,
Undulata.
yeah, weird, right?
It's hard to get anything out of Undulata.
Yeah, well, that's what the records say, but it came up with a plant that there's not a clear definition between the layers.
Okay.
So that's why I call it paintbrush. So like if you load a paintbrush
Oh.
where it's kind of gradated, that's
Yeah.
why they call it paintbrush.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
I'm
Shady
learning
Oak
so
sold
much
that for a
already.
while.
We've been here 10 minutes and I'm learning so much already. Wow.
Let me see. Okay. Sunny disposition. There's been a lot of frost, so
Yeah. So much frost.
it's another Ventricosa seedling. I tried to get red into them. So that has red in it.
Oh my gosh. This is one of your seedlings?
Yeah, there's a better one up front that,
Wow.
this one doesn't grow super fast, so it's not exactly a
Sure.
bud, but it's close.
I need to learn a whole lot more about Ventricosa.
Yeah, it's a great plant.
Wow.
It doesn't get its respect it needs, but
Yeah.
hopefully I'll come up with stuff that make it a little more jazzy. McWilliams, like I said, when we started the group, there's a local guy. First, we were like more excited and we had get-togethers, and there's a local guy. So they came up here, and the local guy basically was selling from his house and doing some breeding. So he passed. So we went, the year after he passed, we went to his house, and his wife let us choose some plants. He didn't have records for the origin, but he had 2 or 3 of them that looked very similar. We had to split up between like the 5 or 6 guys. So we chose the McWilliam plants. And I think they're on the Hosta Library. So there's like...
You said McWilliam?
McWilliams, that was his last name.
Oh,
Rob
okay.
McWilliams.
Rob McWilliams.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
I'm going to go look all of that up.
yeah. But it was... we don't know what the record is because he didn't really keep them, but my guess is probably related to Chinese dragon. Chinese dragon has
That's
this
beautiful.
full overlapping jetting sector.
Wow.
So I grow those seedlings every year.
Yeah.
It's just like, you get so much stuff out of it.
Gosh.
Just some interesting ones that aren't mine. It's one of the better fragrance. Moonlight Sonata.
That's Moonlight Sonata?
Yeah.
Mandy, is yours that big yet?
Which one is it?
Moonlight Sonata.
No, not that big. Wow, that's impressive.
Isn't that
Yeah,
impressive?
and it's fragrant. But,
I just planted that one last week.
okay. Well, you got to wait about 10 years to get that. It will set a little bit seed, but fragrance are like the hardest thing of all.
Yeah. That's Mandy's favorite, our fragrance.
Okay.
Absolute favorites.
I've bought about 10 planted zinnias, and they've never survived.
Really?
I bought, doubled up 4 of them last year, and not a one survived.
Really?
So
That was at the plant sale yesterday, and I didn't buy one because I wasn't sure what to do with it.
I did. I bought it because I've got a species garden I'm making, so
Okay.
I'm like, I need to add plantagen.
well, if you come up with a trick on how to make that survive in Minnesota, let me know. I've seen them in parks, but I'm guessing they have greenhouses. There's one in St. Cloud. Have you ever been to
Okay.
Monsignor?
No.
You got to go to that.
Okay.
And they'll have it, but I believe they overwintered in a greenhouse.
Inside, yeah.
Because they have like $1 million donor. That, So, yeah.
And it's native to southern
Yeah.
Asia,
Yeah,
right? So, I
yeah.
mean, it's used to a warmer
Yeah,
environment.
down south is like one of the only things they can get
Yeah,
to,
sure. Yep.
to live. But
That's part of the reason my sister likes it so much. It's real hot in Kansas.
you got to get what works. Some other ones I've used is Joseph, Heartache, Herb Benedict, some Nakiana. There's a Gertie that's settling out.
Wow.
I use a mix of other plants, so I can't say it. I'm no maintenance hostas, so I don't do mulch. I just put them close together,
Yeah.
and a new bed will look ugly, full of weeds, but 3 or 4 years they'll shade them out,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like I just call it no maintenance.
Yeah. Well, that's what Mark Zillis was advocating at the symposium we went to in February. Is just plant them so close together that the weeds can't even get in there.
This year I anticipated drought because we live here, and it's like so I didn't even clean up the beds.
Yeah.
I just left all the leaves there, tried to hold as much moisture as I can. So
Yeah, that's smart.
they look ugly in April, but
Oh, well.
I know what they will look like.
Before we head back out into the garden, it's time for our A to Z Blitz challenge. We didn't challenge Doug to a game as we were so mesmerized by his garden that we thought together we'd try one ourselves.
Mandy, who are we going to try to play for today?
We are going to play for Stephen Mullen of Urbana, Illinois. Our letter is the letter C. Betsy and I will have 30 seconds to name as many hostas as we can that begin with the letter C. Are you ready? Okay,
and,
let's go
And what's
together.
our criteria for winning? We didn't really talk about that. Have to get at least...
How about 4?
Oh, come on. We got to do more than that.
Well, we want Stephen Mullen to get his stickers.
That's
So
true. And 30 seconds isn't very long. Okay, what if we say 5?
Okay, 5.
The bar is really low, listeners. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Set. Go. I can come up with climax, coast to coast.
I got Christmas tree
Ooh,
and Christmas gala.
okay, that's 4.
Wait, or is it Christmas tree gala?
It's Christmas tree gala. 12 seconds. Chris's blushing Neptune.
I have a cosmic scientist in my hybridizing seed trays.
Okay. That's 6. Do we have any more?
There's a lot of cosmic, but I can't think of them.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Rod Kunster. Okay, we got 6. It's a good thing we didn't shoot for 8.
Well, not too bad.
All right. Well, I think that means we won the sticker for you, Stephen. Congratulations. Thanks for being a listener. And now let's head back out into the garden with Doug Ruff.
This is a Japanese one I got from Hideko Goen. She was part of the friendship group.
Oh, she was?
Yeah,
Okay.
with her Benedict.
Yeah.
So I think they coined the phrase, I believe.
Say again?
I think they probably coined that phrase.
Okay.
Because they traded.
That's where that phrase came from.
That's what I understand. So.
Well, I'm glad to know where the friendship plant came from, finally.
I think so. You can double check me.
I'm not sure anybody's around left to verify that.
That's what I hear.
Sure.
She used to go to Japan and pick up plants. So that's when she picked up that terrible what's Japanese names, but it's
something. Yeah. Okay.
I can't even say it.
Okay.
No, but I've seen it. Do you know how to pronounce it, Mandy?
Which one?
The kuka no.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can look up in the hostel
No,
library.
okay.
Actually, the picture in the hostel library is wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Jeff White used it for breeding, and he sent that in, and somehow they confused it with the mother.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
But anyways, that's a Japanese plant that Hideko, who's gone now.
Yep.
So
we interviewed Kathy Peterson last year, who was her protege down at Heavenly Hostas in Shakopee, I think, is where she's at.
Yeah, so I would go there a couple times a year and meet up with her and buy a plant and talk and so forth.
Nice.
So, so she has that connection to the original people.
Nice.
But that one sported, and I'll have to show you that sport.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
It's crazy, and you think they came out of the same plant.
Wow.
So just, hostas.
Wow. Good
Anyways,
for you. Okay.
There's too many to actually get into, but
okay.
See, there's some originals over here. Like I said, that's a invincible seedling. It's not fragrant, but it has a nice lavender flower.
It's very pretty.
So that one, yellow one, is original. I bought that off the Hosta Society auction, and
that's a seedling that you bought at an auction.
Seed that I bought at they have the Hosta Society auction online.
Oh.
I bought seed from that, and I believe Bev Stegman crossed it.
Oh, Bev Stegman. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you know what its parents are?
Yeah. Let's see. There's a Ladier cross with a Jade Cascade cross.
Oh.
But she, I believe, is Doug Bielstein's, what he called it, a PT5, which is a really big yellow one.
Okay.
I think that's what she was going after.
Nice.
So she was going after a monster yellows. But when I saw the picture on the auction, it had little green streaks in it. So
you're like, I'm getting that one.
I got one with a little bit of streaks in it. Every once in a while, you grow a solid seed and it'll throw off a streak.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time they disappear, but that one actually turned into a margin.
Gosh.
So
it kind of reminds me of like War Paint or Love Story or Bridal Falls.
That one looks like that in the entire season.
Wow.
Those leaves are huge.
They are. They're massive.
So I don't know if it'll get much bigger because it's got huge parents in it, but if it does, it's going to be a slow grower. So, let's just wait and see, right?
Yeah, definitely. I love that almost everything we're seeing is an unnamed seedling of your own creation or a sport of a seedling.
Yeah. So,
I mean, there's no need for tags out here because these are all
yeah,
unique to this
a
property.
lot of them, like, if the tag's gone, I still know what they are just from
Yeah.
the memory, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So if you do something that's distinct enough, then you almost don't even need tags.
Please tell me you keep records though too. This isn't all in your head, is it?
Well, I keep visual records.
We'll get to that.
So
okay.
my photo library is 17,000 plants, and about 90% of them are plants. Wow. So over the winter, I looked at them. So there are some tags, but a lot of times they get lost. But we'll get into that later, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm working towards it. AI
Yeah.
is helping me out. But
That's nice.
let me see. Yeah, it's Age of Gold. And,
Look at that.
yeah, I think by the time it gets the size of the picture, you'll be old.
Yeah, some of these are very slow growing, aren't they?
Yeah. Let me see. That was Bill Nash sent me that seed. It was a streaked Mildred cedar, so it looks a lot like Mildred cedar. So, Ventricosa.
Yeah. Was this the original plant?
Yeah, the original was right there, but
Okay.
it'll reseed itself. I mean, the pods are
Yep. Yeah.
so
Okay.
big and prolific. A lot of times they'll just reseed themselves.
Wow. I'm thinking I got to get good old Ventricosa. Do you have you got that one finally?
I'd have to look.
Okay.
I
feel
can
like
give
I
you some.
do.
There you go.
I'm not sure.
Go home with some.
Go home with some.
I started Glade over there because once you have one, you can grow seed and they're going to be almost identical. So
Nice.
um,
I did not realize hostas had that option. I thought Clausa was unique in its ability to recreate itself, but it sounds like there might be
well,
this one and,
is
you know.
neat because it'll clone from seed where
Yeah.
Clausa, the flower doesn't even open.
Yeah.
So I pried pollen out of it, and
Well, have you?
yeah,
Okay.
and you have to pry it out. You have to open it early and wait for the pollen to develop. So you got to do multiple flowers because you really don't know when the pollen's coming.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't know. You know, normally they open and you know they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
With Clausa, you never really know which one is the one that's ready to go. So
Interesting. Okay.
let me see. There's nothing too special here. You want to go up front before we get to the latest and greatest, or you want to jump right in?
Let's jump right in.
All right. So these are ones I breed with. There's probably
So, Doug, Mandy just asked, do you have all these in full sun?
well, the morning the house shades them.
Okay.
In the late evening, the bank and trees shade them. But
Okay.
when you're growing seedling, you want to give them a lot of sun. And if you're growing blushers, you want to give them sun.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
because they need to test the environment. They need to feel the cold. They need to feel the sun.
Okay.
And a blusher, if you put it in shade, it may not blush at all.
Okay.
So it's
Okay. That gets into the science of the coloring, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's a defense mechanism.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it feels the cold, and it's chemical messaging that it's sending from the roots through the phloem up to
Wow.
the spongy mesophilia. And if you got the right genes, the compounds are catalyzing, and then eventually it turns into anthocyanin that can get stored in the vacuoles of the epidermis. Is that a mouthful?
I'm going to just nod like I understood what you just said. Tanya's covering her mouth because she can't believe this.
Wow.
So,
Amazing. I love getting into the science of this stuff, though.
oh yeah,
I think this is what,
the society should get more into it. I think
Yeah.
they used to, but they've kind of strayed. So almost all of these are originals.
okay.
And that's what I use for breeding because I can isolate them in my little pollen area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, to me, that's the easiest way to go. It's just, I think I read that Mary Chastain did that. It's just like, oh, that's the way to go. And I've had people laugh at me. It's like, plus, I can get up at 10 o'clock and the bees haven't got to them,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So I'm on more of a late night than early, So I'm not going to get out there at crack of dawn. No way. That's not me.
So your process, Doug, you've got them in pots,
Mm-hmm.
and you use a screened-in area to isolate them
Yep.
to keep them
Yep, I can show you
pure,
my
rather than trying to manage the critters out here.
Yep.
Okay.
So, if you just let the bees get them, you're going to get quite a few mutts.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to focus, you're probably not going to get
And
them.
make specific crosses.
Yeah.
You got to keep the bees away from
So
them.
if there's something in the ground, then I'll put the net bags over them.
Okay. Yep.
Organza bags, I believe they call them
Okay. Yeah.
now. So there's sometimes I do that, but
So this bed we're looking at is all of your creations in
Yeah.
pots.
yep. There's a few that are not, but I'd say like 99% are all mine.
So the ones that are here, these are all still in the consideration phase for you.
Well, because I call it my palette.
Your palette. I love
I call
that
it
term.
living art.
It is. It
'Cause
is
I
living
started out
art.
wanting to be an artist, right?
Yeah.
And I'm no good at galleries or anything like that and talking with people that sell my stuff. So it's like, eventually I found printing and graphics, but I still had that drive to create art.
Yeah.
So that's what I call it.
A living palette. I
Of course,
love
it's art,
that.
right?
I love that. It's such an apt term and
Yeah.
great
So
for us all to visualize
these
with.
are other people's plants. I try to segregate them because you never know what's in them.
Yep.
If there's a virus or something.
Sure.
So I try to keep them away from my originals. But there's some nice stuff. I mean, I buy 2-4 plants a year. Other than that, I don't buy anything. But
Sure.
Chris Wilson was here yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so he tracked me down and encouraged me to buy some new blushers. So I bought a few. It's
Did you?
Liam Smile and
Oh, you did get Liam's smile. That's one Christina mentioned.
Yeah.
That's it right
and
there?
no, that's Liam Smile. That's almost unknown.
That's Liam's
almost-
smile? Okay.
Unreal.
Do you see that, Mandy? That's Liam's smile.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
It's got the red, real dark red legs. Huh. What was the other one you mentioned?
Almost unreal.
Almost unreal. Okay.
So it's like almost, but apparently when it matures, it really, gets, because it's a tetraploid, supposedly it gets darker in the center.
Nice. Do you know where that one came from? Who's the hybridizer?
That's the sport of almost.
Okay.
Art Reed plant, right? Almost.
Art Reed.
I
Yeah,
got one
okay.
in front if
Yep.
you want it.
Okay, so these are other people's plants, but you added a few blushers under some.
If I find something that, a lot of it is what's blooming with what.
Mm-hmm.
So if I, don't have a blue that's blushing, that's blooming with a blusher, then I might use someone else's plant.
Yeah.
It's like Skyrider.
Yep.
That's a Rick Goodenough plant. I'm not sure what the name is.
Old Weathersfield.
Old Weathersfield. Okay.
He names them for places in Massachusetts or Maine or something like that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Seventh Heaven seeding, that was like super fragrant.
Wow.
Won't set seed.
Oh, it won't, really?
Seventh Heaven will, but I've tried year after year and it just won't set a pod.
That seedling, huh?
Yep. So this is the sport of that Puka whatever, Iowa.
Yeah.
That's the sport of that.
Okay.
I think I've got the original Japanese one here, but that's sported out of that.
Wow.
It's crazy because it's basically Pycnophilia, the species.
I don't know very much about species plants.
Okay.
I'll be
So
happy to
I'm
admit
guessing
that.
there's not a lot of marginated Pycnophilias.
No, doesn't sound like it.
So, Pycnophilia has good points and bad points. It tends to be a low
Spreader?
drooping plant. But
Drooper? Okay.
Also the scapes also kind of droop out.
Okay.
It's nice flowers, but
Is it fertile?
Pycnophilia? Or?
This one.
Oh yeah, I've got a seedling from it. It'll be almost the last thing to bloom in your garden. So I had to bring it inside to
Yep.
finish the pots. I think it's seedlings over there. It's just a solid red petiole. So I put red blush on it. But there's some main species that
Wow.
people have used for reds. Longipes and Pycnophilia.
Yep.
Pycnophilia is more of in the purple range, but I don't know if you've looked at the app, right? In the Chinese study.
Yeah, I have.
I don't think any hosta has one anthocyanin in it. They're all a blend of different anthocyanins.
I need to know more about anthocyanins, I think. I'm not even sure I know how to ask an appropriate question because I'm so new to this.
We
But
can look at the app later, but
yeah, let's
I
get out of
used
the sun, right?
AI to get that data to start an app and make that thing sortable. But then I added a function where I can add pictures and pick out the like petiole or leaf color and try to have it analyze it and break it down the way
Yeah.
they did in the study. So,
Okay.
it might have
Wow.
6 different anthocyanins in it, but it might say
Okay.
that this is the dominant, blue
Okay.
purple versus a purple blue
Yeah.
or a red. So I'm
Wow.
trying to find a method. 'Cause there may be one that's will last longer.
Doug, you are very unique in that you may be the only hybridizer doing this at that level of scientific study.
That's my nature.
That's your nature.
I break things down. I do it myself. I figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like in my job, So
A living palette. Yes, back to that living palette.
yeah.
Wow, there's so many. I can see the blushing in them. They're liking whatever
Yeah,
weather we're
yeah.
having right now.
So that
but
gets into deciding what to introduce, right?
yep.
There's a lot of flashers that might last for a day or two, and some will last for a week, and there's Bloodline will last half the summer.
Wow.
We'll see the original Bloodline out there, but
The mother plant.
yeah.
Where is that one?
Mandy, we're going to go look at the mother plant of Bloodline. I can't believe I just said that.
First, you got to see the latest and greatest.
This episode is brought to you by In the Country Garden and Gifts, the exclusive home of Doug Ruff's hostas.
If these blushing hostas have you reaching for your phone, In the Country Garden and Gifts is the only place to get them. From the legendary red of Bloodline to the fiery yellow electric fire.
They ship anywhere in the United States. Find these and more at inthecountrygardenandgifts.com. Enter code PODCAST at checkout for free shipping on orders over $100 through August 31st, 2026.
This is an amazing offer, listeners. Get it while you can.
So when I emailed you initially, you had said, if you come out here, you're going to see stuff that might be hitting the market in 5, 6, 10 years.
Yeah.
Because it's still in developmental
Yep.
processes right now.
Yeah. And
So
yeah,
that really
basically,
appealed to me.
I like to evaluate them in a pot for 3 to 4 years. And then you get a sense of their shape and their color and their habit and their growth rate, fertility, blah, blah, blah. And then if I decide to send them off to the lab, then I'll send it off to the lab and then I'll put them in the ground. And then they go through the second phase of evaluation. But by that time, you're pretty sure what you got. But
Yeah.
by the time they come out of the lab, you usually have a grown plant that you can take a picture of and they can use to market or show
Yeah.
or whatever. So people get an idea of what they might get. So I'm not one to get I got a blusher and then send it to the labs. It's like, no, it's gotta be good.
It's got to pass the test.
There's going to be a lot of backlash. 50% of people never see a blush,
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
just a lot of, I'm kind of picky and critical, and there's a lot of hybridizers that put a lot of stuff out there, and I say 50% of those like size I would not have put out there.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
at the time, everyone wanted them, and she had a business, and that's the part that I'm not a business. I make very little money off this,
Sure.
so at this point, it's I think I'm good with retirement, so it's more like altruism.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm going to put some out there because I know that the future is probably in blushes probably be twofold. So there's going to be like the red ninjas, which is basically what I believe is a mutation of biosynthetic resistance.
Okay.
And then there's chimera,
Yeah.
which basically these are streakers. Like
Yeah.
Chimeras.
Yeah.
So in order to get those, like there's spore to bloodline on, you know that. So that has that's a really nice clean margin, assuming that led through the winter, but it's not mine. But even if that fades, that contrast will be there.
Okay.
And it'll look spectacular in spring, it'll fade, but you'll see that contrast of, it could be green and brown, but it's not going to be like anything else.
So back to your comment, Red Ninja is a sport, correct?
Yeah.
So there's a huge element of chance with a plant like that, whereas you have a very deliberate generation by generation approach to getting the blushers, and that's a totally different level of...
I had a series of email conversations with Nina Kramer about that, because she basically grew out of her backyard, and she told me how she found it. And she was selling First Blush right there. And one of them came up like Red Ninja.
Yeah.
So it's just
chance. Yeah.
So
it's hard to build a whole program on
slipped
chance.
Through because you know, if it's not in the right condition, they're not going to see it blush. They're not going to see like, oh, that's
you could have missed it.
Yeah, it's an incredible plant. But first, I speculated that it was a tetraploid, but other people have mentioned that no, it's not. It's just a mutation. But it's beautiful in spring, but I think, like I mentioned, all anthocyanins is going to degrade. That's just a fact, especially in the leaves where it's more vulnerable to heat and so forth. Where, it'll last longer in the petioles where that tissue is more tougher, more resistant to hold it. But you know, it'd be nice if we could get it to be bold like a colas, but it's not a colas.
Yeah.
It's going to degrade. So then you start thinking about strategies, you know, like, you know, if I can't get a synthetic mutation on my own, then I'm going to have to put them out in the lab, and then someone else will get that. But eventually someone's going to have a blue with a purple margin.
Yeah.
So just the way it has to work, right?
Yeah.
So that's the one that I've been waiting on recently.
Oh boy.
It's
Look at that.
Starting to fade, but you know, first it's like, okay, I've got green and red. Okay, yellow and red, that'll look good. And it's like, okay, purple is a possibility.
Yeah.
So that's faded quite a bit, but it's still pretty unique. It's got wavy white backs. Sometimes it waves so much that the white back shows up.
So this is a seedling of
Violet blue.
Violet blue.
I
Okay.
brought two multiple crosses together.
Okay.
So
How old is that one? Do we know?
that one's probably going on its 4th year.
Okay. Wow.
So
4th year.
I say, okay,
That's beautiful.
probably ready to go to lab. I
Okay.
haven't told Josh that, but he'll probably find out soon.
Josh, you're
'Cause
putting this
he
in the
knows I've
lab.
been working on it, and he's seen juvenile pictures, but
Okay.
he hasn't seen it leap.
Okay.
So, but it's going to degrade, but it's also kind of interesting when it degrades, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like hoocher.
Yeah. Well, like these leaves down here, these
Yeah.
are starting to degrade, correct?
Yeah.
Those
Well,
are the ones that
see,
are
yeah.
furthest on, or maybe those are the
Some
newest
are the
in.
new ones, so then sometimes you get new flushes, and then they'll start to color up, and then they might be a little more reddish.
Oh,
So-
okay. So those are the newest.
Yeah,
And
I
the
might have screwed
degraded-
up and given it too much fertilizer because it's something I've seen before, like fallscapes. So I've seen this before. I just noticed this yesterday. I gave it some blooming fertilizer, and that's not normal for
Oh.
scape.
Okay.
So it might put out one flower, but
Sure.
unless that's the way this thing is, it bloomed once, and it looked like a normal scape, and the pod fell off like a lot of early first
Oh. Okay.
bloodlines do. And when it's juvenile, it looks like they're going to set, but the pods will fall off. And once it gets
Interesting.
more mature, maybe you get 10% that'll hold and set.
Okay.
Crazy part is those aren't blushers. I've grown probably 20 seedlings from Bloodline,
Okay.
not a single blusher.
Really?
So that's part of my whole theory of rejecting what everyone else was doing. I didn't do that forever. Once I got the blushers, then I started working with Doug Bielstein and Steve Schrag and using some of their plants. But blushers aren't great mothers.
Okay.
So there's something, it's kind of like planogenia. There must be some correlation in the genes. It's pollen driven.
Okay.
So the DNA, that trait passes through the pollen.
The
So that's
DNA
probably
trait
why
of a blusher comes through the pollen parent, not the pod parent.
You can get through the pod, but there's very few pods that are fertile.
Okay.
So that was, two things happened when I got the bloodlines. It's like Bob forced it in Carolina. He added a message on his scientific paper, whatever,
Yeah.
some scientific meeting, and he said, I've forced some first blush in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called him up and he said, are they all taken? He said, no, there's quite a few left. It's like, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with red before and it just doesn't work here.
Okay.
It's
Because
just,
the timing is wrong, correct?
right. So
Okay.
Minnesota, as
Yeah.
you know, the days get shorter and the plants start shutting down, and seed needs 6 to 8 weeks to mature. So if you're mid-August and your pod sets, the plant's going to shut down and freeze before you get anything. So I struggled with that. I tried reds, but it's like, no, it's not going to work here. So when I saw that, it's just like, light went on in my head. It's like, that's going to bloom early for here, like a whole month early. So since that's pollen driven, and I've been hybridizing for quite a while, I told him I'm going to take that and plug it into what I got going.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you can move the bloom time forward. So if you got ones that bloom in late July, early August, and you have a late one, it usually splits the difference. So now Bloodline basically will start in August and it has time to finish. So the whole, so the other
Okay.
thing, let's get back to the two eureka moments was I nailed Bloodline in the first cross,
Gosh.
but I also got siblings.
Siblings. Yes.
So these two
Wow.
are siblings of Bloodline. This one is pod fertile about 60%.
Pod. Okay, so there is a blusher that is pod fertile
Yep.
at 60%.
Yep.
So,
So you're golden
okay.
if you get that. So,
So-
that basically started everything. So then it was basically amplify the trait. So blusher to blusher.
okay, I get what you're saying. So you're saying that you found a blusher, and I'm staring at it, that is pod fertile, that's 60% fertile, but you can also cross it with other pollen
So you,
blusher. So it's blusher to blusher successful.
yep. So you're amplifying the trait to get better blushers. So,
Wow.
not like Bloodline, for some reason, no blushers come out of it. This one, I probably like 20% of blushers.
So bloodline sibling
Yep.
is the mother parent to many of the subsequent
think-
blushers that have come
Except
from
for
bloodline.
Golden Falls, all the yellows came out of that. So,
Golden Falls came out of that?
Except for
Except for?
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You'll see Golden Falls.
I've got Golden
Saga
Falls in
later.
my yard.
Cool.
I
cool.
found it at a
I
weird
got
sale.
the original up front, but there's a whole story beyond that. So
would love to hear it.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So this one I've been setting on for like 10 years. So
what is the story with that one? This golden.
Is that electric fire?
raspberry-
no, that's sunfire. It's never been introduced. So I've been sitting on it for 10 years. When I retire, it's like, I'm going to buy some TC of that and sell it myself because that's where the money's at, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, I make a small royalty.
Sure.
So
this is called Sunset?
Sunfire, all the yellow reds, I kind of have fire in the name.
Yeah. Sunfire. Okay.
Last year this was spectacular, but this year because of the weird weather,
What's it doing?
Because too much sun will.
Temperature. It's too hot.
Oh, it's
too much
too
sun
hot.
will
Okay.
burn through.
Hey, Mandy, can you still hear us? Okay, let's shut it off. It must have gotten too hot.
Got too hot?
Yeah.
I'll stand over here.
Yeah.
Okay, in the shade probably. Thank you.
Too much sun will actually burn through the blush. You can see that here.
Okay. Yeah, it's starting to go back, isn't it?
Yeah. But sometimes they recover and bring back the blush.
Okay.
Depends on the plant.
Wow.
So if you give it too much sun, it'll burn right through the blush.
Okay.
It only can protect it so much. So you want to find that perfect spot.
Okay.
So best probably morning sun and cool environment where you can feel the stress.
So, for people who are listening and don't have a visual of what I'm looking at, all of these are in pots that could easily be moved around
These aren't, but all of these.
Oh,
and so
is this not? Oh, okay.
yeah.
So
that's my pollination house. I built that from an old boat lift.
So you can't move some of these around. I was thinking if they got too much sun, you could move them to.
This one I put the organza bags on it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Just to keep the bees off it.
This unnamed one that I'm looking at is
Bloodline Sibling.
Bloodline Sibling, and it has created several, correct?
Most of the yellows came out of that.
Most of the yellows came out of that one. Interesting.
So,
okay.
If you get a good fertile one that passes on the blushing, you're golden.
Keep it.
I think Doug Beilstein has a piece, and he's gonna.
Oh, does he?
He's gonna auction a piece.
Oh, nice.
At the convention.
So this is a very valuable hosta to you, correct?
To me, it's almost more valuable than
Bloodline. Yeah.
So.
Because it's able to
I've
create
only given it
more.
to 2 other people. So.
Wow.
Well, 3 now. I think Bob got a piece last year.
Okay.
I got to repay Bob, right? He started it all.
That's right. Got to get back to Bob.
Take care of Bob.
So let me go back to that statement you made about first blush. First blush blushes late. Or I'm sorry, flowers late.
Yep.
And so, but because North Carolina's growing zone is ahead of ours, it was all... And he forced it. Okay, so it was already in flower or close to it when you asked for a piece for it?
I had to put it in a pot, and because I was determined, I fertilized the heck out of it.
Okay.
So sometimes that's not good, but it held up like a champ.
It held up like a champ.
And I used every pollen grain like it was gold.
So when it got to Minnesota, our plants were much further behind.
Yeah, at least a month behind.
Okay, a month behind. Okay, and then you were able to fertilize.
Yeah, take that pollen from first blush.
First blush to whatever you could find.
Look at all my plants and decide, what's blooming and what should I put this on. But there's that whole crux of my contrarianism. I don't believe conspiracies. I don't believe speculation or whatever.
Sure.
But I was frustrated with hybridizing after 10 years because everyone seemed to be doing the same thing.
Okay.
Except for Bob.
Okay.
Bob had the blushing thing, and it's like, people like, is that real? And I got one, it doesn't blush, and blah, blah, blah. But it is real in the right condition. So, like I said, people have been using reds forever. There's hundreds of them, right?
Okay.
But because of their nature, they bloom too late, and they all want to hold in the petiole.
Okay.
So I decided I was going to not use anything with red in it.
Okay.
I was the Bloodline Mother, which I don't have anymore. I call it Mother to Blood. Was basically a dud. I was just using it for a ground cover.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I was looking through plants, but because I was observing so closely on what makes this thing tick.
Yeah.
I was looking at the flowers, and that particular plant had a similar flower. It had very little red in the petioles. It had some. but the flower was very similar.
Huh. Okay.
So that's part of my key is I looked for the expression in the tube of the flower. If there's no color in the flower,
Forget it.
don't bother.
Okay. Interesting.
So I believe blushing starts out in the growth phase. So hostas have a growth phase and a fertile phase, a reproductive phase.
Okay.
So that's basically what those sugars and pigments and flavonoids and all that good stuff are doing. They're transferring from the leaf into the scape and into the pod. So all those sugars are leaving the leaf, don't need it anymore, going into the scape, into the pod, into the seed, and so it's all that energy is now directed that way.
Okay.
So, but there's correlation, I believe, in the flower, because if it has expression in the tube, it probably has expression throughout the plant.
Wow.
That's how I selected the mother. I nailed it on the first time, but there was a lot of them that didn't.
Sure.
So, and even if you grow blusher to blusher, you might get 5% that are blushers.
Wow.
So.
Should we head to the shade?
Sure.
I'm getting a little hot out here.
Here's the other one. Here's the one.
Show
you
me that
saw.
one real quick. Okay.
So that's different. It kind of just glows and radiates from the edge.
I think this is the one, I think is number 165. Is this it?
Yeah.
That's the one that caught my eye on your website.
Yeah. So
Wow.
in the right light, like
It is
overcast, it
beautiful.
kind of glows in certain pictures, and basically, so
And the leaf shape, I really like that.
yeah.
It's not the long, thin leaf
Yeah,
shape that a lot
so-
of them have.
Some are and some aren't, right?
Yeah.
So you still got to figure that out. So
Yeah, I wonder what they'll settle out to be. Interesting.
I'm guessing they'll probably be more like this.
You think so?
'Cause
Okay.
These look like they may have gotten a little frost damage.
Oh, okay. So they will
they're,
have a
like,
little bit.
restricted, but I'm guessing it'll be more like this, but it kind of glows from the outer edge.
Wow.
But that thing saturates the whole thing. But
Gosh.
then I think that one starts to leave earlier than this. So
Okay.
Hey, Tanya, are these in pots?
They are all in pots.
Oh, okay. Are they on a table or are they on the ground?
this is on a stone ledge, and these are on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And then these,
Okay, now I see it. Okay.
these are all on the, yeah.
What a fascinating first half of our visit with Doug Ruff.
And believe it or not, we've only scratched the surface. Next week, in part 2, we'll continue the tour as Doug takes us inside his greenhouse, shows us how he successfully overwinters thousands of potted hostas through a Minnesota winter, and introduces us to some of the mother plants responsible for many of today's favorite cultivars.
We'll also learn how Doug developed his own plant database and tracking system, and how he's using artificial intelligence to help analyze and track anthocyanin traits throughout his breeding program.
It's a fascinating look behind the curtain of modern hosta hybridizing, and you won't want to miss it.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow Hosta La Vista wherever you listen to podcasts so you never miss an episode.
And you can reach us anytime at hostalavistapodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time,
Thanks for listening, and
hasta la vista.
baby.
Special thanks to Green Hill Hostas for sponsoring Season 2 of Hosta La Vista. Green Hill Hostas, home of great new hostas.
Support also comes from Hornbaker Gardens, your destination garden center. And In the Country Garden and Gifts. This is Hosta Country. Visit their website at inthecountrygardenandgifts.com.